Yo, what up YouTube, it's Rye, and let me holler at you real quick. In order for you to drown out the noise, you're gonna have to go ghost during this season. When you down and out and your back is against the wall, you can't be worrying about what everybody else is doing. And you can't give anyone a way to feed off of you. See, your energy is sacred and your energy is protected if you allow it to be. You gotta worry about yourself. See, the reason why you get stuck in the gossip, you get stuck in the drama, is because you're aligning yourself with people that like to do those things, and you wonder why you always in it. Even if you're not participating in it, you associating with it, and now you can't focus on what needs to be done. You can't focus on your goals and have your eyes on the prize. You can't have your eyes on the prize when you associate with people that also don't have their eyes on the prize, because you become the company you keep. So understand, my friend, you might have to go ghost during this season. You might have to skip that party, skip the club, and skip all that stuff. Doesn't mean you can't have fun. A lot of people say, oh, no fun, no, none of that. I ain't saying all that. You can have fun, but change your definition of fun. If the fun is stopping you from achieving what you need to achieve or distracting you from what you need to achieve, is that fun? That's what we need to be talking about. If the fun, the so-called fun, is distracting you from the goal, from keeping your eyes on the prize, then it shouldn't be fun right now. It shouldn't be fun to you. You should loathe that. Whatever is distracting you, whether drinking, watching too much TV, scrolling on social media, whatever it is, it needs to be, if it's distracting you from the goal, it needs to be eliminated right now. It might necessarily be a bad thing. Oh, there's nothing wrong with clubbing. No, they're not. But I'm saying that if you more focused on your vices more than the goal, then it's a distraction. It needs to be eliminated straight up. So remember, you might have to go ghost. And when you go ghost, you can reconvene with yourself, gather your bearings, lay that foundation, and build something on it. Remember, your actions, the things that you say, your actions need to reflect what you're saying. So whatever you're saying, your actions should reflect it, or it's not real. No one will believe you. And more importantly, you won't believe yourself. So you might have to go ghost for yourself. This ain't about other people, because you can't blame other people for the reason why you're distracted. You allowed yourself to be distracted. What it boils down to is you might need a detox. It's all about a detox from everything. That's what it's all about. So it ain't about like, oh, you did this, you did that. No, it ain't about that. We're not blaming nobody else, because we can't blame no one for the reason why we don't have our eyes on the prize. You need to reconvene with yourself and say, why don't I have my eyes on the prize? Why don't I have, why am I not fixated on this goal when this is something that I want? So understand that when you reconvene with yourself and gather your bearings, you'll be able to build a strong foundation, because it's your ideas. It's what you're thinking of. You're truly, all eyes is on the prize. All eyes is on the goal. Nothing is distracting you from that. So understand, my friend, that you might have to go ghost. And going ghost during this season is a beautiful thing, because there's a difference between sadness, pain, and anger and all that versus that season of loneliness. It's not really loneliness, because you're all locked in onto the goal. And you get so much fulfillment from that, because you're finally doing the things that you set out to do. All that stuff that you said you was going to do that you never done, that you beat yourself up for, that you're like, why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? I should have been focused on that. You'll finally be able to be like, finally, I'm actually doing what I said I was going to do all those years ago, all those months ago. And it feels good to actually say, I set out to do this and I did it, because you took that detox from all the stuff that was, aiding and abetting you to not accomplish what you need to accomplish. Like I said, it's not blaming other people, because ain't nothing wrong with having fun. Fun ain't bad, but remember, fun gonna be there. Whatever is fun or whatever you used to engage in before you went ghost and went all in on your goals, went 110%, went all in on that, it's gonna be there. Club ain't going nowhere. The party ain't going nowhere, And not only that, understand that if the people that you align yourself with really care about you, they're rooting for you, and they gonna be like, hey man, do your thing, we'll be here for you, and we cheering you on. That's what they supposed to say. If they don't, you're not losing out on anything. You need a new tribe. So understand, my friend, that if the people really say, yo, we got you, do your thing, we rooting for you, go get that, go get that, go get it. If they say that, they true friends, they align with the goal, and they rooting for you. If not, they actually, even if it's not intentional, they are contributing to your downfall, because if they really was for you, they wouldn't be against you. They wouldn't say anything that didn't align with what you was aligning with. Even if they don't mean it, because everything isn't a war, everything isn't a battle. Sometimes things are, you don't connect, and that's okay. But that don't mean that, they intentionally want you to lose. Sometimes different individuals aren't good for each other. Just because you guys are both good doesn't mean you guys are aligned with each other. Sometimes you guys just don't mesh. If that don't make that person bad, that don't make you bad. So understand that when you go and ghost, you're doing it for you. And don't isolate yourself and not do anything. A lot of people say they're going to do things to isolate themselves and don't accomplish anything. It's not about just sitting in your room writing stuff down. It's about taking the action. Whatever you say, your actions should reflect it. Whatever you say, your actions should reflect it. So go ghost for you. When you enter that first part of your season, you're embarking on your journey, it needs to be all you. Hitting the ground running. Hit the ground running, go for your goals. So remember, don't allow anyone to feel your energy. No one can have their way if you don't give them away. No one can have their way if you don't give them away. They can't take anything from you if you're well reserved and you're preserving and rationing your energy. That's why you go and ghost, to learn, to observe, to study, to gather your bearings and figure out what you need to be doing. That's what it's all about. So understand that when you go and ghost, it needs to be all you hitting them books or whatever it is, in the studio, painting, whatever it is, training, because if you train for one day and then you skip 3 days, you lost all your bearings, you lost all your knowledge, because you didn't. Success comes from repetition. If you train 1 day out of the week and then have fun for 4, you're not replicating what you've done before. Anyone can do it once, but can you do it again? So success, training, studying, it all comes from repetition. Doing things more than once, having the hypothesis of does this work, does that work? In order for it to work or to know what works or what doesn't work, you have to have trial and error multiple times. You have to fail or succeed multiple times before you know this isn't a good way. Because people fail once and they go, oh, that's a wash. People win once and they go, oh, that's a win, that's a steal. No. Just because it worked once doesn't mean it'll work again. Just because it failed once doesn't mean it'll fail again. So understand, my friend, when you go and ghost, you're going to realize what works and what doesn't work because of trial and error. So understand, my friend, you're doing it for yourself. It's not about isolating yourself from the world because, these people are no good or people did you wrong. It's about this season, I need to focus on me, just me, and only me, so I can be the best version of me. But hey, it's Rye. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you, family. We growing family. Woo woo. And you got this, homie. It's already yours.